Hey, the trash guy's there. Lily is working on the 49 Chevy, but the trash guy's there. Go and intercept him. When he pulls the barrel out, he'll dump it in the exhaust pipe and the bumper and the crap that's on the ground. Tell him you're going to put that in the dumpster and he'll make a second dump, okay? But he'll be over here in a minute. So Lily's just working on the 49. I'm making a little video, putting it on the, show the owner. Yeah. So that's looking good, Lily.
It's looking better, right?
Yeah. What we're doing is just touching up some of these areas on the body that had some irregularities in it. You know, the new panel we put in here and the massive repair of the wheelhouse right there, that's all new metal. Just touching up the welds. The front part of the roof, we had to cut this off, repair underneath it all the massive rot and corrosion, and weld the piece back on. This firewall right here, this is a new firewall, and some of the just smoothing it out a little bit with a little bit of filler, and we got to, of course, still sand it in a little bit better, a little bit more. The Alfa Romeo, some of the work still left to do on that is I have to crimp the rivets on the fuel door, blow out the entire car, vacuum out the entire car, re-weld this back on here, and then prime the underside and paint the backside. Continue to blow it out, vacuum it out, use the wax and grease remover and wipe all these corners down, because in the corners is where we're going to put the seam sealer, all the way along the outside and the outside of the trunk floor to the quarter, and then do the same thing underneath the vehicle. But the car, that Alfa's almost done. This is my buddy Steve. We're working on our Mustang floor. Steve's punching a bunch of holes in the floor, getting it ready to weld in. Weld it into the car itself. You know, it's a lot of work to prepare a floor to be installed in the car. Here's the car. We're not, you know, it's semi-blasted. The reason I didn't blast it fully is because it needed to come apart some more, and I was moving from my old shop to my new shop. So I just did a cursory blast on it. We'll put all the new metal work, put all the new metal in it and do the metal work, and then I'll blast it again and then put it in primer, but it'll be all done. It'll be all really nice. You know, I get all the new panels and stuff back here. Nothing's really going to be saved. The inside of the frame rails, I painted Ford blue, or nearly Ford blue. New firewall putting in. Already started doing some of the welds on that. I got to go to the other side and do those. Got to get a new cowl. Got to replace this section right there. There's a lot of little sections like that we got to replace. You know, this is really bad here. You know, this rot. And of course, on the other side, there's just as much bad rot. You know, these cars, they rot out everywhere. And you can see this is all going to be removed and restructured and rebuilt and remanufactured. And up there on the roof, I'm going to take the roof off, put a new one on. But it sure is convenient having my lift in operation to do this kind of work. So easy, so nice. And here's the final answer on the blast booth. What's going to happen is, let me get on the ladder. Right there where the blue tape is, going to the wall, we are 3 foot apart right there, and that's where the staircase is going to go. So I'm going to have a 22 by 16 foot by 10 feet tall shelf. It's going to come over the Porsche, over the satellite. It's going to be above the purlin right there, about where my finger is. Come out to that support beam and come out along the line in the floor. Right there. So I'm going to have a big shelving unit there, just similar to that shelving unit. But The one that I'm putting in here is going to be about 1.5 feet taller, and I'm going to use the paint booth that I have here, all the pieces to it. I'm going to cut it up, salvage it, and line the inside, because there's going to be a shelf up top, which I'm going to store cars and store parts and stuff on. You know, the cars I have are all lightweight, just bodies. And in here is where the blasting booth is going to be. And run the conduit up here, outside, because that dust collector is going to go outside. I'm going to get that all painted nicely. It's going to go outside. Not going to have it inside. It's going to go outside and going to collect the dust. So that's where it's going to go. We made the final determination yesterday based on measurements and based on the expert, not opinion, but the expert practiced in practicality by Sandpapers of Texas, which is the company that I buy a lot of supplies from, and they give me a lot of supplies and statuses on the equipment. And if I need equipment or even new equipment, they can provide that for me, which they do. So they came over and did a consultation yesterday on that, and that's the final answer. We're not going to put it in the door. It's going to go right there. So, choose, be good, peace, be happy, smile, and do good to one another. See ya.